Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're well and that your week has been blessed. I want to read something to you today that is absolutely life-changing. It comes from the Bible, Ephesians chapter 1, 4 through 5, and I'll be reading it to you out of the Message paraphrase. And this is what it says. Long before he laid down earth's foundations, he had us in mind, had settled on us as the focus of his love, to be made whole and holy by his love. Long ago, he decided to adopt us into his family through Jesus Christ. What a pleasure he took in planning this. Isn't that amazing? Now, this passage, it reminds me of a pastoral experience. A man came into his pastor's office and said, "I'm a Christian, but I don't feel like I'm going anywhere in my spiritual life. I kind of feel like I'm stuck in neutral." And his pastor asked him, "What do you think the problem is?" And the man answered, "Well, I think my problem is I just don't love God enough." And the pastor replied, "I don't believe that's your problem. Your problem is not that you don't love God enough. Your problem is that you don't understand how much that God loves you." 1 John 4:19 tells us that we love because God first loved us. So we can discern quite easily that love is actually a response to love. If a person says that they don't love God, it's because they don't understand just how much God loves them. It hasn't made its way deep into the recesses of their hearts. In the passage from Ephesians that I read earlier, it says, long before he laid down earth's foundations, he had us in mind, had settled on us as the focus of his love. This passage, it takes us all the way back to eternity past, where the God that we know as Trinity could not keep the amazing divine love which he possessed. He couldn't keep it to himself. No, he had to express it. He had to give it away, lavish it on someone. And that someone is you and me, and all those who have lived throughout the centuries. Now, to understand life's meaning and purpose, we have to begin with God's nature. And God's nature is love. Perfect, holy love is his essence. And the focus of his love is you. You were created to be loved by God and to love him in return. If you grasp this eternal truth, let it sink deep into your soul, you will find great strength, confidence, and peace for your life. God has created the entire universe in such a specific way, a way that will support the existence of human life. Why? So he could create and love you. This is the most important and foundational truth that you can ever know. God created you to love you. The most important thing that you can do in your life is to know and love him back. Loving God is your number one purpose. Ants and snails and trees and grass, they can't love, but you were made in God's image, so you can. So many people go throughout their entire lives without knowing the purpose for which they were created. They know all kinds of things like stock quotes, sports scores, the latest technology, what was on TV, but they don't know God. They miss out on discovering the depth of God's love and all the blessings that he has in store for them. This doesn't have to be true of you. God's priority for your life is clear. It's important to serve, obey, and trust God. But your first purpose is to love him. And may we all be found faithful in loving the one who has loved us with an everlasting love. Well, I hope these truths have encouraged you today. I also hope that you'll join me this coming Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. at the Butler Church of the Nazarene for our Sunday morning worship service. You know, Butler Nazarene is a fantastic church family where you will experience warmth, love, and find that you belong. And I hope to see you soon. Thanks again, and remember, you are loved.